I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ann.
And this is Sports Shade. So today on Sports Shade, we are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about?
Brock Lesnar.
The Minnesota basketball team scandal, and some of the Cavs members not staying in a certain hotel.
I wonder which one.
Yeah, I know, right? So let's get things started and talk about some shade.
Here we
Ready?
go. Brock Lesnar has been disciplined for failing 2 performance-enhancing drug tests around his UFC fight against Mark Hunt last July. The Nevada State Athletic Commission has formally announced that Lesnar is suspended for a year and fined $250,000 for the failed drug tests. Even though these sound like harsh punishments, it is retroactive and starts from July, so he has already served 7 months of his suspension, and the fine is only 10% of his reported $2.5 million purse. Lesnar was not disciplined at all by WWE for his infraction. According to the company, their drug test policy does not apply to him because he is classified as a part-time wrestler, and they allowed him to compete during SummerSlam during the same month that the news was released about his failed drug tests.
2 weeks from now, Minnesota will be heading to play in the Holiday Bowl against Washington State, but they will be missing 10 of their players. This will include several of their secondary starters. This suspension reportedly stems from an incident that took place back in September, when 4 players were suspended for 3 games due to a restraining order filed by an alleged sexual assault victim. And as soon as the restraining order expired, they were able to play again. But the University of Minnesota Equal Opportunity and Affirmative Action Office did their own investigation and have concluded that Ray Buford, Carlton Jam, Seth Green, Keontae Harden, D.R. Johnson, Tamarion Johnson, Kobe McCrary, Antonio Chenault, Antoine Winfield Jr., and Mark Williams will be suspended indefinitely. And according to Star Tribune, Buford, Jam, Harden, and Johnson were the ones being accused of the crime. But the EOA has decided to suspend the other 6 along with them because they were in the apartment when the incident took place. Their lawyer, Lee Hunt, replied back with this in regards to his clients. I'm ticked and I plan on exposing the office of EOA for these unfounded conclusions. I was going to wait until after the new year to bring the lawsuit on behalf of my clients against the alleged victim. We just decided to accelerate the process.
LeBron James and about 6 other teammates refused to stay in the Trump Soho Hotel when they were in New York to play against the Knicks on Wednesday, December 7th. According to the Cavs general manager, David Griffin, other arrangements were made for the 7 Cavs players. And even though the hotel wasn't owned by President-elect Donald Trump, they didn't want to be surrounded by the drama that has surrounded Trump-named hotels. The Cavs are not the first NBA team to refuse staying in one of Trump's hotels. The Dallas Mavericks, Milwaukee Bucks, and Memphis Grizzlies have also refused to stay in a Trump-named hotel, but the Illinois motel is actually owned by Trump. The team says that it is not because of the president-elect himself, they just don't agree with his views, and they say they will not be visiting the White House like they have in the past while he is in office.
Okay, so let's start with Brock Lesnar. Just go ahead and talk about
The
him real quick.
Beast. The Beast in Carnage.
So I
Brock
don't
Lesnar.
think that I don't understand when WWE says that it's okay for him to, like, that he competed in SummerSlam
Right.
when he still was on performance-enhancing drugs.
Well-
Because there's a difference. It doesn't matter if you're part-time or full-time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I feel like he's part-time. He's not full of anything. He's full of things, obviously, like drugs. But
Oh, wow.
but he's not like full. I don't think he's full-time UFC or full-time.
No, he's not a, he's a
UFC.
part-time performer, I guess.
But
is
for
what you would call
both?
him.
Like
Yeah.
that's weird. Like choose one at least.
Well, no, it's because, I mean, wrestling, don't get mad, James. I know you're probably watching. Wrestling is not real wrestling.
No,
Not
yeah, it's
anymore.
entertainment.
It's entertainment. It's
It's
about how can we get more people to watch? What can we do to make these skits better? Because they're skits,
Yeah.
to be honest. But, you know, I mean, within the UFC world, they did suspend him.
Yeah, Lesnar is a force to be reckoned with in WWE.
Yeah. In both. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so in UFC, in terms of them, for them to have suspended him makes sense. But everybody's kind of like, well, why did, he shouldn't be able to keep his purse or something like that because, I mean, he only paid 10% of what was it,
250,000
million.
Yeah,
I think it was million.
His purse or his fine?
How much was the purse?
The purse was, 2.5 million.
Yeah, okay, 2.5 million. So it's 10% of that. So that's $250,000, right?
Yeah.
Doing some math here, guys. So.
Turbo math. But I don't think even like the drug regulations, what's on the different lists of banned drugs for both like different
Oh no, they're the
fighting?
same, I'm almost sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're almost exactly the same. But performance enhancing drugs, those are, I mean, you can't get caught with those at all. Like, he should have been suspended. He shouldn't have been able to perform in SummerSlam or any of that.
Right.
But, that's my opinion. So,
You're fantastic.
Moving on, let's talk about the Minnesota scandal.
Yeah.
So
I like that they're taking such a. I like that there's punishment being.
But to go from September until now, and they still got to play and do everything that they were doing before.
Yeah.
I don't think a 3-game suspension was substantial enough for what they were being claimed of. And this is problem in all of the sports in college and everything like that because it is about making sure that our players get to play. I mean, no doubt about that. It's all about making sure the players play so they keep their scholarships.
Right, and nothing.
But when there's a sexual assault claim, and there was 6 other guys in the room that weren't involved in the 4, which I mean, this was a gang up sexual assault.
Yeah,
not just
that's why I
one
was
person.
wondering because it's these 3 people.
And I'm not
against
sure
one
which
person.
Johnson it was. I'm not sure which one. The article didn't really say or go into detail on that. But I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, I just don't feel like it was right of them to be like, oh yeah, no, it's totally, you get suspended for 3 games. It was the restraining order was expired and she didn't, go after it anymore. But I mean, honestly, if you look at everything that's going on.
Yeah, now I think that they're realizing how like intense sexual assault is. I don't think people have, especially the male population.
It's the sports world, honestly.
Yeah, they just don't and take into account how great of an effect that sexual
and that's
assault
why
has.
I like that equal opportunities for.
I love ELAA.
Yeah.
ELAA.
And all schools are actually having one now to investigate
fantastic.
everything to make sure
Right.
that nothing is being overlooked just because somebody is a sports star, plays basketball, plays football, whatever the case may be.
Right.
They're trying to make sure that everybody has the same opportunity to make sure that they are safe on their campus, that they are there to learn.
Right.
Not just, oh, okay, this happened to you, but he's a football player, so we're gonna
Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
I know the recent Stanford case with the swimmer.
Yeah, that was a big one.
I feel like because of that, now is what is fueling the turnaround in the Milwaukee case.
To make sure that this woman gets what she deserves, her justice, her knowing
justice.
that this happened and everybody believing her.
Absolutely.
But I stand with you. I hope that you get what you deserve.
Yeah, you deserve so much, and it's not right to have felt any other way.
Well, let's switch to some politics here.
Yeah,
Get off this
because that's
real
a
sad
funner
subject.
subject.
I know, right? We're gonna switch from that one to politics. Let's do this. So as we all know, LeBron James is not the biggest fan
Oh yeah,
of
there's no fandom there when it comes to Donald
of
Trump at
our
all.
president-elect Donald Trump. Not many people are super big fans of him, but to refuse to stay in a hotel that he doesn't actually even own, it's just a sub-branch under him that actually took the name just to, get their name out there, get the money for it.
I'm kind of like confused about it because I just feel like if Trump is such a huge name that no one should be able to just like be like, hey, it's our hotel now. But I understand that it started out as a Trump hotel, right? And then maybe it was
But
bought
not a lot
over.
of people realize. No.
Or,
No,
like,
it's somebody
shared?
bought the name to put on their hotel. So it's like how the BPs around town, not all of them are owned actually by BP. They
Okay,
just own
yeah.
the name.
Right.
They buy into the franchise. That's what it is. So they
Okay.
just buy the name of the franchise to put on their their company, or on their hotel in this case. And the biggest thing was the fact that there is protests going on, and they didn't want to have their practice schedule, sleep schedule, anything like that. Their families are there with them.
Be
They didn't
perturbed,
want,
yeah.
Right. They didn't want to be caught up in the mess of it, and
They're
also
in the game. See, Minnesota's tried to be like, I don't know, the Cavs.
But then they come out and say, well,
Players.
we're not going to go visit the White House once he's in office.
Right.
So it's like, was the real reason the fact that
Shade.
you didn't, right, was the real reason was the fact that you didn't want to be involved in the protesting, you didn't want your schedule to be hindered by it or your family to be involved in it? Or is it the fact that you don't agree with the way that he is and the way that he's acted? And, you know, we all know LeBron James is Hillary all the way. So, I mean, honestly, it just, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully I want to find out more about that one.
Yeah.
And I've
we'll
been
keep
trying to
you
do more
posted.
research, but of course, you know, they're not going to throw any shade,
Publicly.
towards him in that way. They're going to keep it regulated. So the fact that, you know, they don't want, they couldn't stay there because they didn't want their family to be involved in the protest or
Right,
get
yeah.
hurt, or their schedule being hindered by the fact of these protests going on. But to wrap it all up,
Yes.
this is Sports Shade, female takes on sports. Yes,
Yes.
females. And you can watch us on Score on Air. You can also
.com.
watch us on YouTube, Score on Air, and
Yep.
Facebook, Score on Air. So
Share,
make
like,
sure
love.
you
watch.
can also listen to all of our guys and ladies
On the
Score
TuneIn
on Air
app.
on the TuneIn app.
Yeah.
Under Score on Air, and just I'm gonna say it again. Score on Air.
Stay tuned.
Remember it.
Score on Air.
And we'll be
ScoreOnAir.com.
back after the New Year.
Yes.
Have a happy New Year. Have a
and
Merry
happy
Christmas.
holiday.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
Stay warm.
I don't-
Hanukkah.
Thank you.
That's
There's
the other
the
one. Yeah. Have a great
Good
holiday
holidays.
and spread the love, spread the warmth. Stay good. This is
And
Sports
we look
Shade.
forward to
Yeah.
talking about the Super Bowl. What's coming up in
Oh, yeah.
soon. Thanks, guys.
Watch.
Have a
Keep
good day.
watching.